My name is DeMarquis Hall. This is the coloring book that I completed for all ages called Black is Beautiful. This coloring book includes leaders from all walks of life, leaders that have perished, leaders that sacrificed their lives, leaders that contributed great things to society, leaders that make up our complete history, and victims of hate crimes and police brutality that these leaders are marching in front of. Fred Hampton died in uh, 1968. 1968, December 4th. Today is December 4th. Excuse me if I got the year wrong. I think it might have been later than that. 70 something. No? 68? Alright. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton, his legacy lives on. We need to celebrate him and his spirit of liberation, truth, justice, not giving up, fighting for what it was that he believed in. He was killed in his sleep. He was killed in his sleep because he was too powerful. This man got the gangster disciples and the vice lords of Chicago, two of the biggest black gangs still, to stop fighting before he turned 21. He got them to call armistice, to put down their guns, to recognize that they were brothers and not enemies, and that they didn't need to be killing each other. He organized a citywide breakfast program in Chicago. He took kids and took them to get food before they went to school so that they would be able to pay attention to what it was that they was doing in school, so they wouldn't be left behind, so that they would be able to advance, so that they wasn't worried about what it is that's in their stomach. You're not paying attention to your studies if you're hungry. They recognized that Black Panthers weren't a hate group. They weren't a terrorist group. They were a community group. They were a love group, really. Angela Davis is holding on to her power, her black power in her fists, with her power beads and her aunt. Huey P. Newton, the founder of the Panthers, is holding on to his rifle, his protection, because the police and a lot of hateful people were going, they were killing black people. There's nothing wrong with us being able to protect ourselves. That's the, what's that, Second Amendment, right? That's the Second Amendment. Asada Shakur is holding on to her freedom. She's holding on to her freedom because she supposedly killed a police officer and she was taken to jail. From what I understand, Angela Davis was shot a couple times by a police officer. A police officer ended up dead. They don't know who it was that actually killed that officer, but she's holding on to her freedom in Cuba. Tupac Shakur, her nephew, is angry. He holding on to his rage. Malcolm X, El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz, is holding on to his self-respect. His wife Betty Shabazz holding on to her dignity. They holding Pac back. Mumia Abu-Jamal, the last Black Panther I included, is holding on to his life. He's in jail right now, incarcerated, suffering until he dies. He has life without parole, life without bail, and he's suffering a slow death because he has hepatitis C and he's not getting the treatment that he needs. Mumia may be the most controversial figure that I included within this book with all these other individuals. But he was a publicist, a writer, a journalist, and he spoke and wrote about freedom, justice, and equality and liberation that we don't have still to this day. Free Mumia. Huey P. Newton needs to be celebrated. We need to know when it is that a leader as great as him passed or was killed. We need to know why it was that he was killed. We need to continue living, doing, struggling, fighting, and dying for the same cause that he died for. Because without us caring and giving and doing the work that he was striving to do, we're going to continue to be killed and caged, enslaved, and raped as a people. All these leaders live lives that need to be commended and exemplified, and we got to do a better job. We got to do a better job. This book right here, I didn't put everybody together like this to just have a book to give out. I wanted to create something that created an inspiration in the young people and the old people that don't know better too. This book I give away to young children so that they'll know who I didn't know when I was a kid. I didn't know who Fred Hampton was. I didn't know who Asad Shakur was. I didn't know who Huey P. Newton was really, because I was taught that Huey P. Newton was a gangster and a drug dealer. He died in the street over a drug deal that went bad. I wasn't taught that Huey P. Newton was a doctor, that he graduated from college in California, and that the Black Panthers had citywide records programs in all these cities and that they cared about our people. I was given a really one-sided, whitewashed version of not even the truth. I was given an education that was completely fictional instead of fact. The fact is, the Black Panthers and Fred Hampton wanted us to live and to be great and to be who it is that we're supposed to be in this world, and that is the achievers, the believers, the doers, the thinkers, the creators of modern civilization. But our greatness has been hidden from us for so long that we wouldn't know that a black man made the first light bulb that we have today, that a black man made cars just around the same time that Henry Ford made cars. We wouldn't know that we made the stoplight. We had so many different inventions that some of us know about, and we think we ain't had the patents for it. We had the patents. We just don't get taught about all the leaders that look like us because we're not supposed to be doing what it is that we can do and have done forever. We're supposed to be in boxes. We gotta climb out of the box. Thank you.